Hello everyone and welcome back. And today I'm very excited to talk to you about the watch that I've been wearing every day for the last few weeks. This is going to be a much shorter video than some of my previous because there's not much that I can say to you about this watch on camera in my terribly lit office. This watch has to be worn to be understood. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't look like it belongs anywhere. It doesn't seem from the pictures like it's a sensible timepiece. And yet, when you put it on, you get this sense like it belongs with everything. It is summer crammed into a 43 millimeter ceramic case with an absurdly large strap and a big, bold black and white watch face. It is the IWC Lake Tahoe Top Gun chronograph. Let's take it out. You can see I have my midlife crisis summertime accoutrements. So my authorized dealer, Reed's Jeweler in South Carolina, showed me this watch that he had gotten in for a client, let me try it on, and I told him I needed to spend more time with it, and I did, and now it belongs to me. I've been wearing this watch for the past couple of weeks, and I have had very little desire to wear anything else. I've actually sent my Seratanium watch into IWC to be serviced because it's a few years old. And there was a very tiny defect on one of the hands, and I just wanted to get it serviced, water tested, and sent back to me. I'll make a small video about that when I get it back in the service experience, but everything's been smooth so far. Let's have a look. When you look at this watch and you look at the heft and the clasp and the thickness, and you look at it on paper, you might be thinking, this is not for me, this is too big, this is too bold. It is big, it is bold, it is summertime incarnated into a piece of glorious mechanical beauty. This watch is not about a wardrobe, although it goes really well with, gosh, everything. I mean, a shocking amount of pieces of your wardrobe it will accompany. It's not about utility. I don't use a chronograph. It is not about practicality. It's a big old watch. This watch is about how it makes you feel when you put it on. And a wrist shot video of this watch is almost as pointless as just talking about it. The body shot in the mirror of what it looks like when you're wearing it is what makes this watch. It will make you smile to see it on your wrist, partially because you can't believe that you're a grown man in your 40s wearing a almost 44 millimeter bright white ceramic watch, partially because you can't believe it looks this cool. but I just wanted to take a minute to show you a little bit more what this watch looks like on a 16¼ 16½ centimeter wrist. And to tell you that, watches these days, we talk all the time about lug to lug and size and overhangs and distance and where it fits in your daily life. And some watches don't make sense in that respect. Some watches have to be tried on and looked at. Some watches have to be felt as a part of your life. And this takes me back to when I was a young kid with a white rubber Timex watch playing in the summer that I eventually broke. And that feeling of just looking at something that belongs to you and thinking, isn't this cool? And this watch is about, isn't this cool? Isn't this eye-catching? One of the only things I can say about the accoutrements of this watch is that the choice of stainless steel, polished stainless steel for the pushers and the crown is actually really interesting, because this highly polished crown with these big fat facets on it actually catch the light in an interesting way, so that it gives just that little bit of sparkle in the sunlight. And this watch is meant to be worn outside in the sun with friends, out and about on the town, enjoying yourself in a pair of shorts and a white cotton t-shirt, or whatever it is that you happen to be wearing that day. A pair of camo swim shorts, a pair of khaki pants, it doesn't matter. I've worn this swimming in the pool for the last week or so. No problems, obviously. 6 ATM, screw down, case back. Big, beefy IWC folding clasp that you all already are familiar with at this point. I mean, you've got to want to close this thing. Throw it back on one more time just to close out the video. Throw it back on. And there it is. I hope if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments. I answer them. I like to interact with other passionate watch people on the channel. I like to tell them my experiences if they need them to help them make a buying decision, something beyond just a static video that gives the same information. The IWC Top Gun Lake Tahoe chronograph. It has to be felt to be understood. Thanks, everybody. Happy collecting.